Crypt Keepers, filming a Ghost Tube session for you guys. Jared and I are at the Ancient Realm Inn, and by now you've probably watched our whole video on this place, and I don't even know what to say about it. We're going to take you guys for a bonus Ghost Tube session in an area we wanted to investigate more tonight, but I mean, we haven't gotten the chance to because shit just got wild upstairs in the Bishop's room. And if you have watched the video, like, holy shit, that's all I have to say. It genuinely freaked me out. It's really, really weird. And I know a lot of people are probably going to watch that video and just think we're idiots or we're having you on. But honestly, that was just like purely just genuine reaction to... I don't even know if it was paranormal. I'm not one to be like, oh yeah, demons, you know what I mean?
Something moved that bloody bed, that's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't have jumped up and screamed like that.
I know, but whether it's a demon, you know what I'm saying? Like, or just a regular spirit, or a different kind of entity, I don't know, like, I don't know. But just that in relation to the history, the stories of this place, full on, man.
It certainly livened up the session, though, because the Vox session that preceded that was a little bit dry.
I feel like we got some stuff free Vox. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say because like, I don't really remember until you look back the recording, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes as well, like, the last video I edited was for Liska, which probably came out ages ago since you guys are watching this. But the last two Vox responses we had there were really chilling, and we didn't hear them in the moment. One said cursed, and then one said something like...
They're all sleeping or something.
They fall asleep or something like that. And I'm like, that is sick, like, because that, you know, ties in with the place.
The whole murder story.
Let's flick this so I can see both of us. So Jared is here as well.
Hey, everyone. We are just feeling a bit better. We've had, like, a bottle of Coke each. We're chilled now since the whole Bishop Room incident.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Right now we're in the downstairs room, which has got the mummified cat in it.
It's actually, like, the oldest part of the inn.
We didn't actually really investigate this room. Amy mentioned that she saw a shadow in the corner during the day, but we haven't really spent much time in here.
Oh my god, sorry.
For our episode. Is that the dust? It's a bit dusty in here.
Could be dust.
Yeah, so we haven't spent too much time in here.
But if there is anyone around and you can hear my voice and you want to talk and interact with us, we'd love to hear from you.
Let's just flip them around so they can see. There's lots of cool shit to look at in this house.
Oh my god, there's so much to look at.
I mean, mummified cats aside, there's like paintings.
Like everywhere we look as well, it kind of gives you a fright because, you know, I look over here and then I'm like, oh, there's a mannequin bust, you know, and he's looking right at you if you're on the other side of that cat tank. But
I mean, the cat thing itself is weird.
It is. It's like, oh, poor kitty. Like, I feel sorry for her, but part of me is just interested in looking at it. I don't know if that's just sick, but that's just how I feel. So this is sort of where I sit in the shadow.
Hey, you know you were saying that the succubus, whatever, comes out of the fireplace. Was it this fireplace or the fireplace in the Bishop's room?
I feel like it's the fireplace.
I'm close.
Okay.
Who's close? Who's speaking with us?
Maybe you want to step back from the fireplace, Jared, after that incident before. Look, I feel like it was the fireplace in the Bishop's room, but I mean, this fireplace, I feel like that's what... They did some ritual on Ghost Adventures or something. I have a feeling it's this fireplace, but I don't actually know, so...
What was that lady's name that they had on the show?
Lady Snake.
Was she like, protect Lady Snake? And Zach was like, and Zach.
Yeah.
Is that this place?
I watched that episode, the Ghost Adventures episode, before I came here. And she's like, protect Lady Snake. She doesn't say to protect anyone else.
Oh. I know what we can do with your patrons. Hold this
Love.
What did it say?
Love.
Love. Oh, we love you too.
You want that kind of love?
Oh, yeah, because it's a succubus. No, I don't love you.
It's weird. That's weird.
I'm just going to sign the guest book with you guys, because... So me and Amy sign the guest book at all the haunted places we go to. And I try to, like, sort of sketch Amy's logo to make it stand out.
Yeah, when we were at the Sally house, Jared spelled Sally wrong. And then signed it from me. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't know how to spell Sally. But
What's the date, Ames?
I don't know.
I think it's like 4th of... I'm just going for 4th of July.
Actually, I think it is actually the 4th of July. Maybe we should know that. Seriously, guys, there's so much to look at everywhere in here. These little emblem thingies. And look at these books. That is one massive Holy Bible. It's pretty cool, huh? It's like everywhere there's just something to look at, honestly.
Is this right, Ames?
What are you writing?
I wrote, Amy's Crypt, 4722. Had an amazing time. Bishop's Room gave us a good jump scare. Good EVPs in the attic.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's
Do
good.
Amy and Jared love her, or...
Yeah, whatever you like. See, I told you he looks at you. Like, if you're standing here. Freaky, huh?
Should we keep going? Right,
Yeah,
so
let's go to the... Well, we're going to the barn, aren't we?
Yeah, let's go to the barn.
Well-
So the barn we went in the episode with SLS, but we didn't really spend much time in it.
Yeah.
And they say that there's a big entity in there. Actually, we didn't spend much time in this room either.
No, this is actually...
This is actually a cool room.
Well, this is where the burial plot is.
So they, for whatever reason, were digging up this floor and uncovered bodies or remains. And so they stopped, and now apparently this is on a burial ground and there's actually other bodies under the house, but this is where they dug it up originally.
Yeah, so it is like actually a little grave. There was a child's body and I think a woman's body maybe as well.
I was sitting here doing a little TikTok video, just playing with Vox, and I got The Devil's Coming. I was sitting right here.
That is freaky.
That was weird.
Has the devil come yet, or is he still on his way?
Maybe it was the devil that got me in the bed.
Maybe. That is the frickin' devil. It's moving again. It must just move when there's airflow in here.
It must move when we come in and out that door, I reckon.
Oh my god, I hate it. It makes me feel sick. Like I want to walk away from it. I can't... Oh shit. I can't even look at it when I walk past it.
We did cover this area, didn't we?
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Shut up.
Alright.
Alright, let's go in here.
So this is the barn where they say they see a 7-foot man, right? Do you want to take the lead, Ames?
Yeah. Now, if there is somebody in here, I've heard, well, I don't know if it's the same entity, but yeah, there's an entity that's seen to be like 7 foot tall, sort of near the entry, and can kind of like push men out if the entity feels threatened by them. And then there's another entity in here that apparently can get a little bit grabby with ladies. So, that's
Grabby.
gross. Like grabby, like, yeah, rude grabby.
Oh, we did get an SLS figure today.
About here,
sitting on this table, and then it seemed to get up and move into that pile of junk over there. So, I don't know.
Very cold in here. Bit chilly.
Yeah, it is cold in here.
There's a date up there.
I like the chandelier.
1987.
Where does it say that?
JLMS 1987, is that what it says?
I was born in 1987. Oh shit, I don't want your patrons knowing how old I am.
Don't tell anyone that Jared's really old. You know.
Hey Ames, that might offend some people if they're older than me.
You're not. I'm sorry. Okay.
This is like legit. Are these 1,000-year-old Ames? Like, how old's this building?
Actually, the barn was built on in the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
that's not
it's
that
still really old.
Oh wait, but that'd be part of the original house. So this would be the 1,000-year-old bricks, right?
Because there's been a lot of built on parts of the house.
Yeah.
So the part that we were just at was like 11 or 1200s or something, like the very start. But yeah, this was 1800s, I heard.
Is there someone in here with us now? You can tell they pimped this place out for ghost tours because there's
Door.
Door.
Well, that's where it stands, near the door.
Are you in the door now?
Do you have a name? I'm sorry, I just called you it.
I was just going to say, you can tell they pimped this place out for ghost hunts because there's like a lot of ample seating in every room. They must have big events here, huh?
Yeah, my first visit here a couple of years ago was a public ghost tour, and they were good enough to let me go off on my own, do my own thing, and actually film while I was here. So, and I did spend some time in here with a big group, but it's always different atmosphere, big group of people, especially people who don't ghost hunt often. Like it's like just like a weekend activity, so people might not take it as seriously. So for instance, if you're doing an EVP session, people might not grasp that they can't, have a little whisper and giggle in the background because they, like that could come through and people might think it's an EVP. So, but it was kind of interesting.
Bathroom.
Oh God.
There's no bathroom in here, is there?
No, there's only one bathroom upstairs. That's where, so I went to the toilet, so, right, as you do. Things always happen to me when I go to the freaking toilet or the bathroom, and I swear that Jared had come up, because the bathroom's upstairs, right? I swear he had come up and he was walking around humming, like sort of singing. And when I came out of the toilet, I was calling out to him. I was like, Jared, because I thought he was going to scare me, like he was upstairs hiding somewhere. And he wasn't. He was downstairs that whole time, so it's pretty weird.
What else can we show you guys? So it's a super old building. It's in rural England. I mean, England's small, but it's Wotton
Underage.
Small little town. I'd call it a country town, but I don't know if it would be classed as one here.
Yeah, I'd say it is. It's not a big town, not at all. It's really cute. Yeah.
We've been doing lots of filming. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we do.
We're both really exhausted. I want to go home. I'm done.
I think we're done.
We still got
I'm enjoying it.
We've still got, I think, a month and a half before we go home at the time of filming this. Who knows, we might be home by the time you see this. But
it might actually be.
We've been on the road now for 4.5 months.
Yeah.
Maybe nearly 5 months.
I think it's just every aspect of it is exhausting. Like filming is one thing. We're up all night. We're running around. It's just hard work.
Killed.
I'm so sorry.
Peace.
Are you at peace?
I hope that you're at peace. Look, there are so many spirits said to be here. There's, downstairs there's a woman who was killed by a highwayman, apparently. Haunts here. The pagan burial ground, they said that they're sacrificed, like human sacrifice. So they were killed as well with a dagger. Another person was murdered upstairs. They say 2 kids were murdered in the rich room. So
yeah, I mean, I guess killed. I mean, that can relate to lots of things, couldn't it?
I'm so sorry, but I feel good if you are at peace.
Oh, let's just sit for a bit because I'm knackered. Yeah, as we were saying though, super exhausted in general, not just tonight.
Yeah, it's like just even doing our laundry. The other
laundry,
day we went
God.
to do laundry. We had to do it that day as well. We were also filming that night. We had to drive like 2 hours in the day. So drove 2 hours, finally get to this laundromat and we find a park for the car. We get out with all our stuff. We walk all the way to the laundromat and it's shuttered up. Like the business has closed down or something. And it's listed as still open on Google. So I
have to walk back to the
God's
car with all of
walk
our
all the way
thing.
back, find another laundromat, drive there, and we got it done, but it was like they were closing soon, and it was just
laundry. Something like laundry, like at home, you could just go and put it in a machine, put it on, and then go shopping, or whatever. If you've got a dryer, even better. Like, when you're travelling, it's sort of like it takes a whole day to do something like laundry.
Also, eating. Like, if you don't have a kitchen even some of the places we've been staying in, they don't even have a fridge here. So it's very hard to organise food and then effort. And especially if you've only got like 1 or 2 days to work. And for me to pump a video out, I literally get up in the morning and work until throughout the entire day till early hours of the morning if I know I only have so long to do the video because we're driving or we're filming.
Yeah, driving takes up a lot of time too.
If you need to leave to go find food in the day, it's very annoying. And I swear, like, the past week, we have just skipped lunch.
It's just easy to skip lunch. We'll do breakfast because sometimes some of the places, like, they just include breakfast. That's the thing. But then we'll skip lunch and we'll be like, fuck it, we'll just get dinner.
By the time dinner rolls around, though, we're both grumpy with each other and we're starving. And it's not good.
We actually did have lunch today. We actually had lunch today, though.
We did.
But normally we don't. I mean, it saves money, but also it saves time because, because you don't have a kitchen, you can just go to the cupboard and grab a piece of fruit or whatever you eat at home. Like, you don't have that. You've actually got to go out and get food every meal. And
don't worry about us. Like, we're not starving or anything close, but it's just like...
Just explaining why we're exhausted.
Life, like, routine is non-existent. Like, sleeping, eating, laundry... everything, even sometimes just like showering, like
sometimes we stay at places and it's like, I don't want to shower here.
Well, we're sleeping here tonight and they do have a little shower, but I will probably skip.
Yeah.
And I'll probably wait till we get to our next accommodation tomorrow.
Like a hotel. Yeah. Hotel or a motel or something like that, or wherever we're staying. Somewhere that's got your own private bathroom. Anyway.
Yeah, even when, like, we stayed somewhere and they only had this bathtub and it was, I don't know, it just was not great.
Yeah, it had a bathtub with a hose.
And the hose didn't work because it just sprayed everywhere, so you couldn't use it. So
there was no shower. So I actually did bath there. I just decided to have a bath because I had nice banana-flavoured shampoo.
There was like a slick of scum on the bathroom. So when I got in, I was like, this is really...
Yeah, anyway. I just heard a noise out there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can you come in and join us?
Come on in. We're just having a whinge.
We are whingers, aren't we?
You guys like to hear us whinge, right? This is the real Amy and Jared. This is what you want, right? Behind the scenes.
I don't know. It's probably annoying. I don't like to complain.
Patrons don't mind. You guys don't mind, right? Patron YouTube members. Well, did you hear that again?
I heard this bench cracking. Is that what you heard?
No, I'm hearing noises out here.
But like what? You describe it.
I don't know. I'm hearing noises out there. Anyway, sorry. We're whinging. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to complain because especially because we waited so long with
Yeah, look at us like
COVID to travel.
We're traveling too much and we have to go out for food.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we're idiots.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't want to complain about it. And plus,
we are grateful that we're traveling. We do, like, overall.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying what we're doing.
It's just tiring.
But we do get tired and we do get exhausted. This is a lot of hard work for us.
I think there's probably got to be a more efficient, better way for us to get content rather than just staying on the road this long.
Well, me and Amy have talked about recently.
Shorter, more condensed trips.
Could we do like a 1 month trip, but do twice as much filming as we would normally do, and then come back for a month or two and have a break, and then go again for a month? You know what I mean? Like shorter bursts.
I think it could be possible when after COVID I had zero content, so that was a problem. But I don't actually know.
Now we've got a backlog. How much do we have in the backlog? Do you know? Like, because obviously we finished our US trip. I think when we finished with the US, if you don't mind sharing with these guys, I think when we finished with the US, we had about 3 months of content to last us.
I think we've got about 4 months now.
So now
if we went home now, I'd have 4 whole months of content non-stop. Which doesn't seem like much. But we have been on the road. I guess we've been on the road for, 5 months, you said? Almost.
So we've been on the road for 5 months. We've probably consumed 5 months because we've been releasing videos while we're going. And we've got 4 months still up to sleeve. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I think that...
Fireplace.
Fireplace.
I'm telling you, it comes out the fireplace.
Should we go sit by that fireplace? Or the one upstairs or the one down there?
Actually, there is one in here.
Alright, let's go over there then. We'll just move. Because there's a fireplace.
Uncle.
Uncle. Uncle Jim, come join us at the fireplace. Come on.
Who's Uncle Jim?
I don't know. Just made it up. Alright, here we go, folks. Alright, so we're next to the fireplace now. Anyway.
Fucking slippery little stuff that comes out of the fireplace.
Let's just put it over here facing the fireplace so these guys can see it.
In case it does come out, yeah.
Alright, move down a bit. Anyway, so where were we whinging? I think we're done whinging now.
Oh, just about content and how much we've got left.
Yeah, we've got a lot though, so like this trip's been good. I think me and Amy naturally are warriors, we worry about everything, we overthink everything, and I think when we get back, we're like, oh my god, we've only got 6 months of content left.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But we've been through COVID where we actually got to none. And we had to stop making videos, which I honestly thought would never happen. Like when COVID first started, Amy, I remember us talking about it, like, oh my god, this is pretty serious. And we were like, don't worry, we've got like 8 months worth of content in the backlog. It's fine. It'll be over within 8 months. 2 years later, oh my god.
I didn't have 8 months. I wish
Whatever
I
it was.
had that
What was it, 6 months then? You had months.
I had a few months, but we were actually looking to travel soon again because I was running low. The tragic thing about COVID was if I had hit when we first got home from travel, I would have probably been fine.
With content.
Yeah, but I had started to run low when...
Keep going.
Oh, that's almost like inspirational.
Spirits are encouraging to keep at it. Keep chipping away.
Yeah, like, don't you worry, we will keep going. We have much more to come.
Well, COVID's over now, so we're travelling again now. We're good now.
Well, COVID isn't technically over, you know.
No, but travel
shit,
bans.
guys. When we got sick with COVID, we were actually legitimately like pretty bad.
Everyone I've spoken to that's had COVID has been like, oh, it's just a cold. Me and Amy were both really sick. And we actually locked down in a hotel here in England for a week or whatever the time was that we had to. And yeah, we were both really sick.
Yeah. I think when I reflect on it, I'm like, yes, it was like a cold, a very, very bad cold.
It was bad.
It wasn't just like a mild, like, oh, I've got a little flu, I've got a little cold. Like, this was freaking bad. Have you ever had like proper flu? It's quite bad. It was like one of the worst colds, if that's what you want to call it, that I've ever had.
Pre-COVID days, you know, if you have a little cold, everyone still goes to work anyway. Like, especially if you've got an office job. Bloody. If you've got an office job, you know what I mean. Like, with a little cold, normally people still go to work. And I think post-COVID, that won't be a thing anymore.
Like a sniffle.
But like, I'm telling you, what I had when we had COVID, I wouldn't have gone... If I had a 9-to-5 office job again, I wouldn't have gone to work. I was really sick. Yeah. Like, I was in bed most of the 3 or 4 days. For 3 or 4 days of my lockdown, I was like just in bed.
I was trying to edit a video that whole time. I just couldn't concentrate. I just couldn't do it. I actually had to give up. I was like, I'm just making no progress. I may as well just chill out and watch TV shows.
So we skipped the video, yeah.
I was just sleeping or watching TV in bed. Like, that's just all I did. So, I mean, it was shitty, but we were fine, luckily. But it is something that I think people should just be careful with, just because if, you know... And we fought this as well. Like, when we got food poisoning in Glasgow, we were so sick. But I complained to the company because I was like, if I was someone who was already sick or had some kind of vulnerability, like, that could have killed me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're lucky to be, you know, younger and healthy.
I think that was worse than our COVID. When we were sick in Glasgow, I mean, we had to call me an ambulance. Yeah. Because I passed out in the toilet and hit my head on the bathtub. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was real bad. And then I remember, like, 3 days after that were just a blur. At least this time, I actually worked during when I had COVID. This time I kept working on GhostTube, so I was
Yeah.
still productive. But
I reckon for a good week, I was bad. At least 4 days of body aches from the food poisoning, like severe body aches. So that was pretty bad. I would rather have COVID again than that food poisoning. But anyway, they were both bad. What else do we need to talk about?
okay, we've talked about COVID. We've talked about we're exhausted from travel and we're looking forward to going home.
You know what? Last time we were here though, Jared did not get to investigate this place. So I did a ghost hunt on a public tour sort of thing. So it was like 15 or 20 people here. And I can't remember how much it cost, but it was too much money for us to both do it. So Jared's like, why don't you just go do it by yourself? And I did, and I filmed the whole episode myself.
Does look selfie style.
Yeah, so it's a bit like meh. But I mean, it was fine for the time. Like, I was happy with the video. It's not that bad. I watched it today.
We watched it today and it was a bit like...
Bit shit, but it's just like, oh.
You were
like,
trying.
Yeah. It's how I learned. But yeah, it's kind of nice to reflect and be like, oh, back then it was like, I went by myself, had to do it by myself. And now Jared can be here and we have the whole place to ourselves. And it's just...
It just feels like we can do it justice a bit more because we've got more resources now. We've got more equipment. We've got two of us, not just you. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got GhostTube.
Yeah, we didn't have GhostTube then.
Last time.
Nope.
I actually remember being in this room and there's all people here and it's just weird to be back, you know. It's weird. But nice.
Were people using apps back then? So I know back in the day, like going back 5 or 6 years, I feel like apps had a bit of a reputation because of some of those gimmicky
yeah, I don't know. I remember
apps that have radar and all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I remember they were using a Ouija board in the room with the ram's heads.
Right.
And I remember there was this one girl who was freaking out and like causing a scene because some spirit came through that was from some jail she visited or something, she reckons. She's like, it followed me from this jail.
Oh, might have.
Might have. And then she was like, that's it, I'm leaving. And she went and...
She left?
Well, she went and stood outside in the
Died.
garden with her friend.
Died.
I'm so sorry. Can we have a name? Sorry, we're just sitting here chatting.
I feel like we get more stuff when we don't pay attention to them.
So, yeah, sometimes I think when you're just candid and not paying attention, you can get stuff.
Obviously, this is a real raw, not only a raw video, a raw conversation. I mean, I'm just spilling to you guys because we're exhausted and it's the end of the night and...
Died. I'd love to know who this is. Car.
But as I was going to say, yeah, I feel like we've, I think, broken the stigma a little bit with apps now because every venue we've gone, nearly every venue we've gone to on this trip, the venue managers or owners or the staff that are talking about, it's like, oh, we have people use it on our tours, or oh my god, we use this. We didn't realise that you guys made it, and it's been kind of nice, hasn't it? Could have been nice, but oh, people are out there, they're using it, they're getting out there and they're investigating because that's that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
So it's been cool.
I guess it's like for such a, I don't know what the right descriptor for this type of ghost hunting as a hobby or paranormal investigating as a hobby is, but I feel like there's a lot of barriers to entry.
Lady of the night.
Talking about you,
Are you talking about me, or is there another lady here? Can we have a name, please? That's all I want. But yeah, the barriers of entry, I think, are equipment is super expensive.
Super expensive.
And people always say, oh, you can just, use a voice recorder. Even a voice recorder.
Haunt.
Even a voice recorder, like the ones that is the standard for paranormal investigators, they sell for like $3,000 US on frickin' eBay. It's ridiculous. Like the model that everybody wants because it's got some fault with it that causes like.
So they no longer make them anymore because it was faulty.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway.
People say it gives better EVPs, whatever.
I think venues are another thing. Quite expensive.
Venues, yeah, going to the places.
For people that aren't making content like us, like going on a public ghost hunt is fine. Like you had a good time last time.
Yeah,
you were here.
I did.
Like that
But
could be
if
good.
you're like, as I said, like coming with people who might not take it as serious could be frustrating for someone who does take it very seriously.
Like we've been on
So-
lots of great ghost tours, and in fact in Adelaide, I mean, how we got into this, like Adelaide's Haunted Horizons,
Yeah,
they do really
sure.
great tours and really great investigations. So
And
if you're
there's
just starting out,
there's nothing wrong with it either. I just think of the barriers of entry. So all of that aside, and like even if you're like, oh no, like it's fine, I can just use my phone. People are like, oh, there's all this stigma around apps and like they don't work. You need the proper equipment. Even to the point where people are like, oh, the voice recorder on your iPhone is not as superior for EVPs.
which is bullshit.
And I think it's like the community as well. People can get very, like they're not as welcoming and accepting, and there's a lot of gatekeeping in the paranormal. And like I
so
found
much
that even
gatekeeping.
when I started, and it's almost like this elite group of people who think that their way or the highway kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where there's a standard way that you should be doing things, and anyone who deviates or does something different outside of the box is wrong.
You're not doing it right.
And the thing is, it's like, yeah, it's just
It's
it's all based on theory.
No
Nothing
one's an
is
expert.
proven. No
No
one
one
is
is
an
an
expert. So, I think the thing that makes me proud of GhostTube is people get out there and actually use it.
And with
And
the
it gets
community,
them
with the
investigating.
community feature, like it's also about connecting. Because another barrier is like where to go. A lot of people ask us, "Oh, I want to start doing ghost hunts, but I don't know how to start." I want to connect people out there using GhostTube with companies like Adelaide's Haunted Horizons who take people out on tours. Like I want them to get connected with one another. So that's the whole. That's where we're going with the whole recommending locations near you and that sort of thing. Is to try and connect the people that want to ghost hunt with the people that can take you out ghost hunting.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so we've just spilled our whole life story to these guys. Yeah.
Well, I hope you like this raw stuff. I feel like we've had some really good responses come through as well.
Yeah, it wasn't this
Like-
chatty earlier when we were doing our walks of the house. We got a few things, but not this many.
Yeah.
And I feel like we haven't been paying the ghosts any attention during this session.
I think sometimes it's better. I thought I just heard a voice.
I didn't hear that.
I feel like it was in my ears, though it was in my head. That's weird, huh? Sounded like a kid. There's a little bug near me.
Mother.
Mother. Are you looking for your mother?
Disagree.
No.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, I thought I heard a kid in my head. And then it says mother. Disagree. You had a disagreement with someone? I think the pagan burial ground, the skeletons, it was a mother and child. Or at least a woman and child.
Where are we going to sleep tonight?
I don't
We
know.
were talking about splitting up tonight, guys, and doing a split up in 2 different rooms. But both of us actually feel a bit uncomfortable because of the whole what happened in the bishop's room.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, I don't know how much I buy into the succubus stuff, but just because the thought of it though is a bit creepy, especially because I felt something move on that bed. It just, I just think we both feel a bit uncomfortable splitting up for sleeping, and maybe we should just sleep in the same room.
Yeah, well, I said to Jared, I said, my reservations with this are ghosts, demons, entities, whatever, all that aside, whether you believe or not.
Respect.
We show you our respect, yes. But all that aside, like whether you believe or not, if everything is real, there's one thing that I wouldn't want to fuck around with, and that is fucking sex demons. That's all I'm saying. And if that turns out to be the thing that really is there, that's probably the worst thing you can fuck with. Literally, like, that is probably. So, yeah, that's how I was feeling. And then just when you were just explaining all that, I was just picturing the former owner, like John Humphreys, and like how he's explained it, and it's just so eerily similar.
Yeah.
And you don't watch all the ghost shows.
I haven't
seen any of that.
I haven't seen.
I know that, so
I know what the guy.
Describe it.
I know what the guy looks like, but I haven't really watched any of his interviews. So for you to say that the sort of shit I was saying of what I felt on the bed is similar to the stuff he used to talk about, that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Brian.
Oh, thank you. Is Brian maybe the entity that's in here, the tall person or the touchy-feely guy?
Don't know. The 7-foot man.
Could be a Brian.
Oh my god, I just realised we haven't done B-roll or anything yet.
No.
What time is it?
To do. That's what I said to you. It's almost.
Oh
2
god,
in the
it's nearly
morning.
2 in the morning, and we probably B-roll normally takes us about an hour to do. Then we've got to get into bed and film our introduction into, hey, we're going to bed now, and so on. Set up the camera for that. We've actually got to go to bed. We've got to set an alarm for when our cameras die so that we get up and turn them off and stop recording just before they die.
Probably got at least 2 hours of work
Yeah,
to do.
we're going to be working for the next 2 hours, I think.
And we got to be out by 8 in the morning, and then we've got like a 2-hour drive or something, right?
Healthy.
No, it's not healthy. It's unhealthy.
So
It's
this is what we're
unhealthy.
talking about, how it's just tiring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna get to bed by 4 a.m.
Now
We're
you're
gonna wake up
freaking me
at 8.
out that I'm like, I need to start moving.
And then I've got to drive for 2 hours. I'm doing all the driving in the UK because our rental car company wouldn't put spouse on for free, and we're like, we're not
It's
paying
like an extra £15 a day.
day, yeah.
And
It's
we're like,
we're not
fuck
paying
no.
that every day for 3 months just so that she
Yeah.
can be on there. So I just have to drive everywhere.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Anyway, shall we move then?
Yeah,
I
we
am
better go,
comfy
guys.
here, just chatting, but I am like, uh-oh. We got some work to do.
Yeah, we gotta work. Right.
Right.
See ya, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't judge us for the whole
See
bed
ya.
incident. See ya.
Bye.